Hello, hope you guys are doing well. I want to make a tier list video just, to farm more content of CZN. So this tier list is primarily on characters that I want to pull for. This tier list has a lot of criteria, which is primarily gooner material, gameplay, and characters that I just personally want to pull for, right? So there's definitely some extreme bias, right? There's gonna be a lot of combatant characters here, and there's gonna be very few partner characters here, and they don't represent the full spectrum of the characters that are bound to be released in the game right now. It's just the ones that we have known so far. I know there's like a public server, a public file Excel sheet here, which includes all the characters, and we even have here the characters from the own website, so we could have a reference of their JP voices and all that. Based on the criteria of the tier list right here, we have, the criterions. We got must pull, so these are the characters that are worth re-rolling. We have try to get, we have really want, would be happy to get, won't mind to own, not interested, and then meh. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's get right in the video. So first up on the list we have is Renoa. For Renoa, I would put her at try to get. Renoa is basically our, I guess, second in command character, since we're the proto, we're the general, then there's like the second in command character. She's basically our assistant. Should be like the, I guess, the albedo, but instead of being a succubus, right, she is kind of like just being the assistant, and she doesn't have that much emotions as seen from her image right here. We've already seen a bits of her gameplay, right? It revolves around bullets, discarding, and a lot of her chords, right, involves around generating bullets. Don't play them, just put them in the discard pile, and she'll just keep shooting, right? If you want a reference for the videos of her kit, you could just watch Nick's IRL's video kit translation of it. And when she's tried to get, we've already seen her hot ass on the screen, so that's great. Now the second one on the list we have here is Yuki, and Yuki is a must pull unit, and we see right here, right there. Alright, so Yuki has big tits. That's already enough to warrant a must pull, and her voice actor is Shizuka Ishigami. Let's play her voice. Okay, so she gives up the vibe of a playful Onesan. Oh, she also has this like, what do you call this? Bun hairstyle, which gives up sort of a Chinese vibe to her. Next up is Amir. If you guys don't know, Amir is the 4-star free unit that we will get once we have reached 2 million pre-registrations. I mean, I like her design, right? Amir's like the tan chick, and I like that. So we'll put her at, is that racist to say? Who cares? Anyways, I would put her at, would be happy to get. Moving on, Mika. She is a blue-haired character, so she is a losing heroine, and of course in her art she has bigger tits, but doesn't really carry that horde, and she's more of a, was she a shielder or was she a healer? I'm not sure, but not that interested in her. Her design is just basic and all that. Now moving on is Haru, and Haru is a 5-star striker. I would put her at the would be happy to get. She's considered a limited character, so I'm expecting her to be the first limited unit for this game. I guess she would be happy to get, just to basically make the game easier to play, at least for the first few months, because if you guys don't know, every other gacha, if you pull for the first limited unit, sure, they're gonna be power prep, but those first 3 months or whatever, they are gonna fucking destroy the content, because the content is going to revolve around the first limited unit, like weakness typing, buffs, and all that, right? So I would be happy to get. Moving on is Ray, and Ray is the 4-star controller, so I guess she is also a healer, like, what's her face again? Mika right here. I would put her at won't mind to own. Kind of basic, kind of that. She doesn't, strike my fancy or anything, but I put her above Mika. Maybe I just prefer red-haired chicks over blue-haired chicks. Moving on is Owen, and Owen is a metier. Yeah, his design doesn't, strike me fancy. I don't think he has any, like, backstory that would put him like, oh my god, he's edgy or anything. I mean, he's a typical nice guy, right? Not to say that is a bad character, like, bad character-wise, but in terms of design and drip, I believe we have Owen here, right? Yeah, his drip is not hitting it, man, dude. Wow, like, what is this fucking half jacket right here? Anyways, his playstyle is also like kind of like sub DPS plus shielder. Just looking at some of his chords and not really feeling it for me, so he's just at the met tier. Moving on is Tressa, and Tressa is the 4-star psionic character. I'm not quite sure, but I believe psionic characters have something to do with debuffs or DOT, and she's kind of a DPS, because if you watch I'm Jakey's vids, she has to do around, building around getting knives with her dot or debuff. So Tressa does have big tits though. Wait, I believe Tressa is here, right? Oh, no, I don't think Tressa is here. Yeah, Tressa is not here, so we just have to put her at... I mean, she's better than Ray, right? And she's a 4-star, so we would put her at would be happy to get, because debuff and DOT playstyles, they're kind of fun to play around. We have Mei Lin. Now, Mei Lin is a character that I would want to try to get, maybe better than Renoa. So Mei Lin is basically the karate girl, and her playstyles around to play as much cards as possible, and her kit revolves around basically breaking the enemy. And I have a thing for like karate girls, right? I like that one chick from the Slave manga. Yeah, she's here at Try to Get. Moving on is Beryl. So Beryl is the 4-star ranger. We've already seen her, a bit of her drip. I already put her in the thumbnail before in one of my vids. And she's basically a ranger type. She shoots like her massive ass gun. Wait, I think we have Beryl here. Just looking at her, she's kind of a short stack, and I like that. So I would put her at really 1, to be honest. Just by her design, just being a short stack.
本艦はベリル救援要請に応え駆けつけてきたぞ
Okay, she needs correction just by her voice. Anyways, let's continue on. We have now is Maribell. I like to protect other people. So Captain, make sure you're always behind my shield. Okay, so she's, at least I'm assured that if I'm behind her, right, I would be, well protected. I have this sense of safety when I am with her. Anyways, Spirit, play her
い
JP
つも
voice.
みんなを守りたいって思ってます。だから艦長も私の後ろにいてください。
Ooh. Okay, I would put her at really 1. Here we have Lucas, so he is a 4-star hunter. I guess he has more of a personality compared to this chick right here, Mika. You guys can hate this guy because he looks like someone you wanna beat his face up. I put him at not interested. I would put him at meh just to make it funny, because we have like a blue-haired like softy boy right here, and then a red-haired like cocky boy right here. But I just put him at not interested. Now Luke is the 5-star hunter right here, and if you've seen his design, I glazed this guy. Here he is. Primarily because he has them thick-ass forearms, and if you've been heading to the gym, you can tell quite quickly that this guy does do a lot of like workouts, and yeah, dual-wielding swords right here. And he fits the edgy archetype. He even has a pistol right here as his voice.
すべての状況を把握さえすれば勝てない戦闘などない。
Okay, that's cool. We'll put him at would be... Oh, no, I would put him at really 1. Cassius. Now, Cassius has arguably the best trip in the series or in the game so far. Like, look at this. He even has, his kit revolves around basically chords. You can see the spade, the hort, the clover right here. And judging from his kit, right, at least from the translations, he's designated as like the QQ type or something. He is like the QQ of like CZN, so it's based on RNG. He can fuck you over, I believe, and he can make you win harder. That kind of shit, so... But his drip is definitely cool. Let's hear his voice.
世の中は巨大なトリックだ。それこそが普遍の真理なのさ。
Oh, by the way, I like his mask and a cool hat, right? He's still a humanoid, but I think he's a robot, or like, I don't know, maybe a cyborg. Is he like the Scrollum of CZN? I'm not sure, but I don't like QQ's playstyle or like RNG that much. But he does have a powerful card here, which is called Shuffle Cards. And if you guys don't know, shuffling cards in, roguelike or card games, they're definitely powerful just in case you have like a shitty hand or something. So he's definitely in the tier of, I don't really want, but he would be happy to get. Now, next on the list we have is Euphina. Now, I'm pretty sure that Euphina... Where's Euphina? That Euphina here, she's the one with the biggest tits, right? Holy milkers. Anyways, let's play her JP voice.
これはプログラムアップデートじゃなくてアップグレードでしょうか。
Not only does she have big tits right here, she also has some big ass hands, so when she touches your dick, there's gonna be a lot of things you're gonna be feeling, right? Anyways, nah, I'm putting her definitely at the must-pull category. Just for that large ass fucking tits. Like, look at this, and she reminds me of like Konosuba in Wiz, but instead turn her into white hair and make her more like sci-fi. And even her voice sounds similar to like Wiz's VA. I consider Wiz as the like top 1 waifu there. So Euphina also deserves it. I don't know if this... Maybe these two could like fight out one another. I'm not sure which comes out on top or who, right? Moving on, is Narja. Narja is also from the same faction. Let's see. Oh, she has her own pet right here, and holy shit, she has some fats. Oh my god, her love handles are gonna go hard right here. Anyway, she has her own claws, and I guess she's kind of an alien just looking at the art right here. Let's play her JP voice.
ちょうどよかった。エリシオンも疲れていたの。
Oh, yeah, I'm expecting a lot of good material from her, and oh my god, I love this kind of outfit where she doesn't even wear panties and all that shit. It's like you can see her skin and her thighs and everything. Oh my god, that thing is holding everything. So she also has to go to the must-pull characters. Chizuru, the tide engulfs all. And holy shit, look at her design. She looks like a Miko girl, and instead of her nipples showing, we got, I guess the this circular thing covering her nipple. So it's a cool design, and she has a kind of a bondage in her build. She uses swords, I believe. Yeah, she has katana right here. And oh my god, look at that. That's a jiggle right here. Anyway, let's clear your voice.
怒涛はただ吹き荒れるのみ。
She uses swords. She's basically a sword girl, right? And she's very aloof. Not the happy-go-lucky, but the type that's sort of silent. But if you go through her romance events, I bet she's gonna be opening up. And just for that, I would put her at the must-pull category. Moving on is, I believe, Hugo. Let's see his design right here. We're basically at the furry faction, by the way, so I guess this is a time to see whether I'm a furry or not. Hugo, you can see from here that he is revolving around knives, and he's a hunter type character. I've seen his backstory, right? It's like the death of his younger sister was the trauma. And holy shit, look at those fucking buttons. They are holding in to his fucking chest. Bro, is his ultimate gonna make him strip or something? Anyways, he has a flower right here. This kind of adds to his sad backstory, and adds to his reason for him being edgy and all that. I'm not into male characters that much, and I'm not into fairies that much, but having a cool ass, I don't know, dark wolf design. Is he even a wolf, or is he just a dog, right? It shows that he has a dog inside of him, right? Besides, his rip looks fucking cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna put Hugo at really 1. Maybe less than Maribell. I know Maribell's a 4-star, but who cares? Also, less than the short stack. On the list we have is Khalipe, and Khalipe is a 5-star Vanguard. Let's look at her design. Oh shit! Is she a fucking... What kind of furry is she? So she's the commander type like Fei Xiao. Her weapon is a whip. She's a Vanguard, so she has to be like a defense type agent. She has a fucking bird here, so that's cool and all. Like a white eagle traversing space, wings wide open. I bet her voice is gonna be like the commander type girl.
宇宙を遊泳する白いワシのように
Oh yeah, Maya.
翼を広げて
Ooh. Yeah, so she revolves around the bird thing. And she is basing around shielding, just from her, not her kit, but her class of being a Vanguard. But her drip though, oh shit, we could see a bit of the thighs right here and all that. Maybe the coat covers a bit too much, but because this coat doesn't really give the vibe of a, the commander style, but it does give the showing that she's kind of like a sage type, so it doesn't fit with her commander archetype. There's a bit of contrast here. I'm not sure about that. Is it a fucking sword or something? Yeah, it has to be a sword. So she has a whip, a sword, and a sword for a cross or something, and then she has a bird right here. I'll put her at really 1. Yeah, I'll put her... Maybe I try to get, because she is a shielder. I'm also basing this guys off the meta. Put her here, maybe lower. Okay, so half of our furries right now, they're a try to get and really 1, so... I guess people in the comment section are gonna call me like a furry hunter or something. Yeah. Magna right here, and Magna. Oh! Shit! I like her design. Look at her drip, her tits, and so we can see she also has something to do with martial arts. Oh shit. The devs did have a dev commentary on her, and she was described as someone who's archetype all around, counter-attacking whenever the enemies hit her, and she will hit even harder. Or basically when you have a shield and they took all the damage, she's gonna hit even way harder. So I bet her team, her best install will definitely be with Khalipe, which is basically another 5-star, right? But her jacket though is pretty fucking cool. Like this drip. I have to put her at also here, try to get. I wouldn't want her at really 1, but I have to put her try to get. Let's put your JP voice just to see her voice.
やっぱ冒険って最高だな。ねえねえ、一緒に冒険行かない？
Oh, I was expecting her to be like the drunk Onesan archetype, right? Just looking at her design. Maybe that's a bit judgmental, but it turns out she's more the whole adventure gimmick, which synergizes well with her, you know, beast-like okay, that sounds pretty fucking racist. But yeah, anyway, no more commenting on that. But yeah, she's fucking hot and I will be pulling for her. And the last of the beast is Veronica. Let's see Veronica. Also Stella Familia. And I think she's a ranger class and her, I guess, mind break or her trauma has to do with identity crisis. And just from looking at her kit, I don't know how she has an identity crisis because this all fits well with her, like gold and black drip with a fucking weapon that goes well with her. A big ass fucking weapon. A sniper like crossbow weapon, I think. I don't know what kind of beast she is, but she has a hamster on top, so that adds more to her cuteness value. Let's play her voice, right?
ブラックスピカ登場。
Oh, that's
私たちは怖いですよ。
The villainous black speaker were scary. Okay, so I guess she's trying to play the villain or something. I'm trying to look at her tits. Is she a short stack or is she just a, you know, like average boob size? I like her design, like her drip. Just for her, I don't think she captures me as much as these two characters. So I would really put her at the really want to get, or I would put her at really want, but not the character that I would try to get. Next up on the list is Sarah, and Sarah's another ranger character, and there's not much of art around her, so I can't really make any reserves. But just looking from her art and other things, I guess she has big tits, and she has that white drip and purple haired character. Yeah, I would be just putting her, maybe would be happy to get. Yeah, I can't really comment her that much, but I would bang her. That's all I have to say, right? On the list is we have Orlea, and I think we've seen a bit of her art and we've seen a bit of her gameplay. She is a psionic type and her trauma is betrayal. Oh yeah, we've already seen her fucking trauma. Or her trauma art is the one where she goes all ahago or something. But which basically puts her up more in the tier list, right? So I would put her at try to get. She's a nun archetype. I like nuns, right? And oh, she's a healer and she's gonna be mad as fuck just judging it. And I've already seen a bit of her kit. She generates like, I think, beast characters or like zero cost monsters and all that, but I would really try to pull for her in all honesty. Now moving on is Rin, and Rin is a striker character and she's all about damage dealing. She can inflict vulnerability, she can do a lot of other, you know, other shit with her swords, and we've seen a lot of art around her and her tits move during her animations. I think her signature move is Judgment to Strike or something. So at this point, I have to put her at must pull because her and Chizuru like go hand to hand with one another. One's more like the silent type, and the other is her thing is basically her being misunderstood, her trauma, and her being misunderstood character also gives into that yandere vibe. So I guess maybe us commanders, we have a backstory with her or something. We're like, okay, we understood her, and then since we're the first ones who understood her from where she's at, she is someone that developed an obsession with us because we're the first ones who have seen her for who she truly is. And you know, she's a katana girl. Do I have to really say that much anymore? I like her design, I like her tits, and I like, you know, sword girl. She has like one side for her thighs she has stalking and the other side she doesn't, so she also gives Japanese vibe, so put her at must pull. Now moving on is Kayron, and I think Kayron is the character that is, how do I say this, he's like the wealth of this game, and at least from what the devs are saying in their commentary, he's a character from E7, and I guess there's gonna be a lot of glazing for him. Supposedly it has to do with black holes or something, so I will put him at the top of really want to not try to get, but really want, right? Remember, this meta tier list is this tier list is, a lot of it is about gooning, it's about meta, it's about gameplay, and conserve my amount of pulls. I'm not that rich, guys. I mean, I have a job, but I can't get broke over this game, and there are characters that I'm gonna decide to pull for or not pull for. So yeah, must pull, try to get. And so far, I believe these are all the combatant agents that we have, and some of them are not included yet. I believe this does not fully represent all the combatant agents for when the game releases, right? Because there's gonna be a lot more. Now moving on, so we got the Demon Girl faction. I guess one girl right here, randomly here, right? So why I put them at the last of the list is that if you guys don't know, they are partner heroes and partner units. They don't. I mean, you can see them in gameplay, right? But they act like signature weapons and they have their own ego skill, which is a bit different from other games, so they can activate their own ultimates during gameplay. And unfortunately for the Demon Girl faction, if you guys were into the Demon Girls right here, unfortunately for you, they are locked behind the support hero banners. You can see from here, right? They only have you can see the 3 costs right here. So basically, these are in fact confirmed to be partner units. We have here Sarithia, Aislan, Solia, and we also have Priscilla. And so far, looking at the designs, right, you would think that I would put Solia on top, but she doesn't really strike my vibe and all that. If you wish to serve, prove yourself to me. We have Aislan here. Oh, I kind of like her drip though. Oh my god, string ass bikini right here. And we got Sarithia, she's the one who needs correction. And we got Priscilla, and you know, the name Priscilla kind of goes hard. I think this has to do with, I don't know, maybe Greek kind of shit. But looking at her drip, right, she's a commander type. She has claws here. She has a fucking pet robot or something. And hey, she looks like someone who wants to dominate. And she has fangs, 2 different colored eyes. So overall, kind of a plus. Priscilla's definitely on the really want. I guess for support hero units, especially at the early stages of the game, at least you don't want to pull for them early on, like a 5-star. Now I'm just gonna judge them based on their design, but I really want to get Priscilla and then this girl, what's her name? Aislan. And for these 2 characters, I'll just put them at would be happy to get, right? The last one on the list is, I believe, is Alexia, and unfortunately, compared to her other, you know, faction members, she unfortunately is relegated only to the role of a partner hero. And just looking at her drip, who does she remind me of? She's like Trigger from Zenla Zone Zero, but I mean, she's gonna have a fat ass, and she has small tits, so she's like a fucking middle-aged woman right here, right? And let's play her. You know what? Let's play her voice. Just give her. Oh wait, she doesn't even have a VA. Do the Demon Girls even get VA? Oh, they do. What the fuck? Favoritism.
すべての宇宙はわらわに
Oh, this voice is not
わらわ
really.
に使いたいならその資格を示せ
Oh, Solia doesn't really strike me.
私のこと
I like this voice. This is the correction girl.
私は偉大なるイーノスのセリティアって話を聞きなさい
Okay, so we have to pull down Solia because I don't really like her VA that much. But her design, nah, it's kind of like sure. Okay, so now last on the list is this chick. So I guess I put her at, I guess would be happy to get. And with that comes to the end of the list. Just looking at the recording, right, this took around, holy shit, around 30 minutes. I guess we have to end the video now. Thanks. I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed today's content. Make sure to leave down in the comments what you think about my tier list. Do you agree with who I'm putting, whoever? Do you disagree with the whole criteria of it? Because this isn't really a very, the criteria is based on like goon and also a bit of meta and also a bit of gameplay. This does have personal bias wherein like I would pull for characters that I really want to get. Yeah, I'm interested to hear your thoughts about my tier list and characters that you guys want to pull for, and hopefully the character that you guys want to get or want to pull for, you hopefully, you know, win the 50-50 or get them, right? And we can see from this list that there's a lot of characters that are in the, you know, the must pull or and in the would be happy to get category. So this just goes to show that CZN has a lot of, you know, gooner and great designs, and compared to like the men not interested and won't mind to own, they're kind of basic, but some people will like them, some people will hate them. It just goes to show that there's a lot of great designs in this game, and I have to put some characters down, right? And with that comes the end of today's video. Make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate the content, and I'm glad that you guys, you know, maybe you reach until the end of this video. That's highly appreciated. Hope you guys get into CZN, what you may call this, the beta test or whatever, so you can try out the game. Hopefully I get into it. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and goodbye.